Pulling up outside of magic. Love when I'm ripping the plastic. Love when I'm popping the elastic. 7 on the neck, and you never hear nobody from nasty. Georgia, please.
The first part was that basically I just did not want to live with my grandparents anymore. And I'm not saying this to try to bash my grandparents or anybody. I'm just trying to tell y'all the truth of what was going on so y'all can understand the full story. My sister, who I said I had went to the party with, she's my older sister. She offered for me to come live with her. At the time, she stayed in Colton. I was about 14. I think it was, I wouldn't say it was probably her birthday or a friend's birthday, something. I don't know what it was. But for some reason, I ended up getting dropped off at my boyfriend's house. He didn't come get me. Something came up. His mom kind of didn't know if I left or not because she worked crazy hours. So she was under the impression that I had already went home or something, but I didn't. I think I lied to my sister and was like, oh, his mom said it was okay, I stayed. So that night is the night that me and him basically, we took each other's virginity. I don't know how to say it. It is cringes. After we started being sexually active with each other, like, we thought we were serious before. Oh, no, baby. Like, we were serious now. Like, that was my man. And his mama couldn't tell me nothing about my man. Like, that was just that. It was the same way for him. Like, just as crazy as I was over him, he was just as crazy over me. I forgot to mention how I really got to my sister's house. I was in the 8th grade at this time. And as I was in the 8th grade, I got held back in school once. But anyway, some girls had made a rumor that I was, like, pregnant or something, because they knew, like, I had a boyfriend. But at this point, I had never even had sex at that time. So basically got into a fight with a girl at school because she was spreading rumors about me. And me and him did not go to the same school, hence because, you know, we didn't even live inside of the same city. I'm like, why is you even up here, like, talking about my boyfriend? He don't even go here. So I ended up getting into a fight with her. When I had went home that day, my granny had asked, like, you know, what was the reason why I was fighting a girl, and I had told her. So instead of my granny, like, asking me, like, are you sexually active, she just called, like, I don't know if it's the same inside everybody, but inside of my family messy. When something happened, they calling everybody in the family trying to tell what happened instead of just fixing the problem. So instead of my granny just, you know, since I was under her care, I lived with her, instead of her saying what she needed to say or do what she needed to do, she decided to call my auntie. And my auntie, I don't know, she just be doing the most. One day, my granny like, oh, you're not going to school today. Like, oh, you got a doctor's appointment. I'm like, okay. Grandfather is taking me to this doctor's appointment. As we're driving, I noticed that we're driving, like, hella far. And I'm like, why the fuck are we passing up, like, all the doctor's offices here in San Bernardino? Like, it just don't make no sense. Like, you know, so he takes me all the way to Pomona, which is where my auntie stays. We go to Planned Parenthood. This was the first time I had ever seen a Planned Parenthood, whatever. I didn't know nothing about this place at all. So I'm sitting there reading the thing or whatever, and I'm just looking, I'm so confused. And then my auntie, like, she pulls up on the side of us in a car. So I'm looking at her like, what the hell is she doing here? So I'm actually like, let's go. So I'm like, all right. So, but it wasn't too unusual because since my grandparents were older, sometimes my aunties or other people in my family would, like, step in to help do certain things, take us to the doctor or do our hair, whatever. So I'm like, okay, maybe she set the doctor appointment up for me. I don't know. So I go inside of there. We get to the window, and my auntie tells the lady at the window, she's like, oh, we're here for a pregnancy test, and if the pregnancy test is positive, we want to schedule a termination. Boy, I must have looked at that lady like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you even talking about right now? I just walked out the place, right? So wherever the place was, I don't even know what exact Planned Parenthood or what. I just know it's in Pomona somewhere. You walk out, it's like a freeway. Like the freeway ramp is, like, going on or whatever. When you walk out the parking lot, I'm about to just start I don't know, in my head, I was about to just walk back to San Bernardino because my grandpa had me fucked up and so did my auntie. So I was like, y'all tripping. So she's like trying to, like, pull me back and stuff or whatever, like, get over here. She, like, pushing me into the gate. So me and my auntie, we got, like, into, like, a little tussle or whatever. So my grandpa, like, stop, like, don't do that to her, whatever, like, you know. So I ended up getting into the car with my grandpa and stuff, and then, like, I'm, like, crying and, like, profusely yelling at him and stuff. And I'm just like, bro, like, why would y'all do that to me? Like, y'all could have just been, it's no more cereal in here. I'm like, y'all could have just been honest and tell me, like, what this whole thing was or whatever. So I had called my boyfriend and had told him or whatever. He had told his mom. So anytime like I would go through something with my family, which was a lot of stuff, I would always call him because I mean that's what you do. You call your boyfriend or whatever. So he would tell his mom. So his mom, she always kind of was like a caretaker for me. Anytime I had problems or issues, anything, anytime I didn't have money for like school clothes or stuff I needed to get done, she would give it to me. Like she helped take care of me in a way. I don't have no other family I can really go stay with, like, you know, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So that's how I ended up over there with my sister. She's young, she's in her 20s, she just had a baby, like, you know, like she's still in school, like she working, like, you know, she's living her life. So she, like, yes, she let me stay with her, but she wasn't like raising me, like, you know, like I was like raising myself, or there's nothing that she could really even tell me much either, because I was already set in some of my ways. And I think that was the issue with me as a kid, staying with anybody, because I was so set in my ways already, and everybody I stayed with kind of wanted to like change me in a way, or like try to raise me like I was like a 2-year-old baby, and I'm like, I'm not that, so that's not gonna work. At that point in time, like, you know, my sister, she had like a trust within me or whatever, and at that time, again, I still was not having, when I first moved in with my sister, I was still not sexually active. So she didn't want to stop what I already had going on with my boyfriend, so she would just let me go over there. So that's how I ended up spending over there that night and losing my virginity. So let's fast forward a little bit. So at the point in time when my sister discovers that I am sexually active or whatever, she just don't want to deal with me. She's just like, nope, I ain't dealing with her, we ain't doing it. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I get kicked out. So now here's the question of, where is Miracle going to go? I ended up staying with him, but it wasn't like a definite thing or whatever. Like his mom was just like giving me a place to stay for like a few days until they figure something out. So what ended up happening was I ended up going to go live with my boyfriend's brother's baby mama. So the baby mama and the brother weren't even together. But she had open space. She had knew me for a few years, because at this point in time, it's been like almost like 2-3 years that me and him are dating. So she didn't, I'd been around the family and stuff or whatever. She knew what was going on. His mom was the one who really like advocated for me to like go over there and stay. She didn't want me to live with them because she was in fear that I would become pregnant, because now it wasn't a secret anymore. Everybody knew that me and him were having sex. So she didn't want me to become pregnant. So I started living with April. To this day, me and April, cool as ever. Like that's my girl. Again, I wouldn't say that she raised me, but she did. Never mind, I would say that she raised me, because I mean she put me through high school and everything. Like she was there when I gave birth to my daughter. Like she been there. She's still here to this day. 2-3 months after staying with April, we ended up getting pregnant. So she was pregnant and I was pregnant too, right behind her. Y'all gonna have to forgive me, because it's gonna be a lot of things that's kind of out of order. I try my best to put things inside of order for the storyline, but I can't, because it's just so much, and a lot of stuff is dramatic, so you tend to like push things to the side and then just like forget. But something that happened just took, you know, popped up in my head, so I'm gonna put it in part whatever's coming up next.
Know that I'm keeping it real. That nigga gave me his heart. That's when I gave him some head. That's when he gave me his car.